What's up, Fire Family? My name is Dave Nuku and I am your coach for the next 30 minutes of fire workout action. Today we have a total body workout. We've got some awesome exercises that we've put together to get you sweating, to keep your fitness on point, your body tight, your technique right. We've got it all coming at you. Thank you so much for joining me. I want to congratulate you on taking the time out to do something positive for yourself. We are here for you to help you get stronger, to help you get fitter, to help you stay sane, to do something for your mind and your muscles. We're going to be bringing you the best workouts on the planet by the best trainers on earth. We're kicking off in about 15 seconds. You will need a towel, a water bottle, somewhere to work out. A yoga mat would be great, but not necessary, as long as you've got some space where you can do some groundwork. We're kicking off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do this. We're going to start off with plank jacks coming down to the floor. Press your hands into the floor, into your mat. Wherever you're working out, drive the palms of your hands into the floor and just stay nice and light on your toes, jumping the feet out and in. Our goal here is to keep the back flat. We're standing up nice and tall. We've got arm circles, just rolling those shoulders, rolling those arms. We're going forward for 3, back for 3. We've got to be swift on these transitions. We're coming straight back down to the floor with a plank Spiderman. From here, what we're doing is dragging our knees in towards the elbows. So right knee to right elbow, left knee to left elbow. Stay nice and light up on your toes. From here, we're going to drop the hips down, coming into a deep squat. Then lifting the hips up nice and high to stretch out the hamstrings. You want to ground through the heels. Press the hips up high, drop down. Keep the elbows on the inside of the knees. And lower your hips down as far as you can. We're going to pick up the pace now, jumping from side to side. Side to side jumps, feet together, using the hands for balance and control. I want you to think about getting your rhythm on. Imagine that you're skiing. You could be skiing down the Alps. Wherever you are, stay with us. I want you to stay, again, nice and light on the balls of your feet. Let's keep it bouncing. And from here, just on the spot, just bouncing up and down. Start to warm up those ankles, the calf muscles. Let's stay with it. You should be starting to feel the heart rate coming up. We've got some jack crosses. So switching the feet to the front and back, to the front and back. We want to think about warming up the legs, warming up the lower body. And to do that, we've got to get your muscles moving. You should be starting to feel your temperature coming up. We want to get a little sweat. That's going to help us ensure that we avoid injury by having cold muscles. That's a no-go. We want to get you nice and warm. And now is our chance to grab a quick drink, to towel down if you need to. We're going to be kicking off the first of our rounds in 20 seconds. So right about now, let's get our game face on. Get your mindset right. Roll the shoulders back, stay nice and loose. We're going to attack this very first round. We're going to be starting off on the floor with a push-up to cross-leg side plank. In 3, 2, 1. So we're coming into a push-up position. Now your push-ups can be done from the knees or the toes. You pick the option that feels good for you. Really important that you run your own race. Pick your own pace. So if you have some injuries or perhaps you can't quite do a push-up, then just drop down to your knees, bring your hands a little bit closer to your knees. Or if you're feeling strong, let's get it on, let's go. Let's get fired up. We want to kind of T shape with our arms as we kick that leg through. Come out of the push-up, we're going into elbow plank hold. So here we are focusing on the core, forcing the arms and the elbows into the floor. We want to lift the hips up high, keep the back flat. Focus on your breathing. All of the time making sure that we don't banana back or bend through the back. We want to keep the legs straight, push back through the heels, hips high, core tight, belly button in towards the spine. This time we're going to take a plank sidewalk. So we're taking 2 steps to the right, 2 steps to the left. 2 steps to the right, 2 steps to the left. All the time, we want to keep our hips nice and square. Hips facing the floor. Try not to roll the hips too much. We're just shifting our weight from side to side. This extra little step is going to help you challenge those shoulders. We're going to target the delts, the triceps, the chest, as well as the core. Now we're coming into lying knee tucks. We're dragging those knees in towards the chest. This is a great exercise for the hip flexors, for the lower abs. Really working hard. Now your options here is you can keep the shoulders grounded and drag the knees in. So a much easier option if you're finding this more difficult. We want to make sure that everybody has access to this workout. Everybody's working at a pace that feels right for them. Our bicycle crunches. So just crunching through, dragging those knees in towards the elbows. Switching up the pace, twisting it. This exercise is going to help us work on the love handles, the obliques. That area down the side of the body. Also working through the core, upper abdominals, some lower abdominals and hip flexors in there as the legs extend. So from here we're lifting the shoulder blades up off the floor, keeping our hands above the head, arms straight, hands almost coming together and legs straight, point the toes. You should feel that stretch out through the lower abdominals as you lower the legs down to the floor. All of the time keeping our breathing nice and shallow, working through the core, working through the abs as well as the hip flexors. You guys are doing great. Stay with us. If you start to feel that burn, if you start to feel that work through the core, you know you're doing it right. We're coming up. We've got sit-ups with jabs. 1, 2, 1, 2. Jab, jab. Jab, jab. So from here, as you're coming up, if you've got some light dumbbells, maybe a 1 kilo, 2 kilo dumbbell, you can grab those. Otherwise, a water bottle works really well. So 2 water bottles, around about half a kilo to 1 kilo, all good there. Prone alternating arm and leg lifts. This exercise is going to help you work through the glutes, or as I like to call them, the peaches. We want to squeeze the peaches and glutes, keep them strong, firm, and fighting fit. We're also working through the lower back, working through the upper back as well as we come up, and we continue to challenge those arms by keeping them out, strong, and straight. Point the toes, point the fingertips. We want to work that lower back as well, glutes, hamstrings. Plank jack with a shoulder tap. So we're jumping out, 1 tap, jumping out, 1 tap. I want you to think about getting the rhythm. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You work at a pace that feels good for you. You can take that jump, that plank jack out 1 step, then 2 steps. Or you can go both feet at the same time. You pick your rhythm. Remember, you're in control, but stay with us. Whatever option you're choosing, just don't stop. Our next exercise, we're going to plank hold for 1-2 seconds. Jump up, knee tuck. Down hold, 1-2, up, and straight back down. So with the knee tuck, what I want you to do is jump up, touch your knees to the palms of your hands. Knees are coming up to the palms of your hands. Hop, spring it up, stay nice and high. Jumping up as high as you can. You guys are doing great. We've got a chance to rest and recover coming up. Last rep. Let's go. We're off to a great start, team. Well done. Now is your chance to grab a drink, to stay hydrated and stay with us. If you're starting to feel it through your core, I know you want a little more. We're going to demand more from your core. This round, we're going to work through the glutes. We're going to work through the hamstrings, hip flexors, as well as the core, chest, and shoulders. You're just going to feel that heart rate start to elevate. That's good. That's exactly what we want. Let's do this. We've got push-ups to a jack. Push-ups to a jack. So give me 1 strong push-up, out and in. This exercise is going to help us work through the chest, shoulders, and triceps, as well as the lower abs and hip flexors. If you can feel this working through the chest and shoulders, triceps, you know you got it right. And if you get this right, stay with it. You have arms just like Supernova. Nova's one of our trainers at the fire station. Here we've got V with a prone flutter kick. So from here we're just resting our forehead on our forearms and kicking the legs, keeping the legs nice and straight. Imagine that you're kicking from the thighs as if you're swimming. Similar techniques. If you're swimming in the pool, what we want to do is don't kick from the knee, kick from the thigh. It's going to allow us to work through the hip flexors, glutes, as well as the lower back. You want to keep those peaches nice and strong. We've got a plank Spiderman. With the plank Spiderman, we're dragging the knee in towards the elbow. We want to make that connection. Your options here are to drop your knees down to the floor and start from there. Anytime you feel your technique is being compromised, your back is starting to bow, then what I'm going to need you to do is take an easier option and focus on quality. Quality is super important. I'll double crunch because one crunch is not enough. So we're going to drag those knees in at the same time, crunching up, working through those upper abdominals. We want to breathe out as we crunch up. So if you haven't already, come and check us out at the fire station. Come down, try a class with one of our amazing trainers, Nova here. She's teaching at the fire station. She's as good looking and as inspiring in person. So I want you to come down, meet her, do one of her classes when you get the opportunity. We're going to move into a crunch with an oblique toe tap. So we're doing opposite arm to foot. This is Marissa, the wonderful Marissa, one of our fire trainers here at the fire station. Big shout out to Marissa. If you haven't done one of her classes and you have the opportunity to, please come and check us out. She teaches stride, force, and she is absolutely incredible. If you haven't done one of her classes yet, you are missing out. Let's work that core. So we're going to sit up into a V position, fingers on the mat. Just to give us a little bit of extra support, we're just scissor crossing the feet, over and under, over and under. That's the one, team. Over and under, over and under. Should be really starting to feel that now, burning through the lower abdominals, the hip flexors, and a little bit of quad action there. That's what we want. Now here, we're going to lower the lower back down onto the floor, but keep the upper back up off the floor, and we're pulsing up towards the toes, towards the ankles. You want to keep that pulse up nice and high. So reach up as high as you can. Keep the tension in those upper abs. We want to focus on getting into that abdominal area. We want to annihilate your abs, crush the core, work hard. Let's go for it. You're going to get out of this what you put into it, and I want you to put 200% in. With this chest lift to back extension, I want you to squeeze the shoulder blades together. Elbows out and up. We're looking about 1 foot in front of us, so that's where our eyes are focused on to take the pressure out of the neck. We're lifting the thighs up off the floor, squeezing the glutes. Precision with your peaches, squeeze them together. We've got a bear crawl. So with our bear crawl, we're taking 2 steps forward and 2 steps back. 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. All the time, we want to keep a 90-degree angle behind the knee. So we continue to work through the quads, continue to work through the hip flexors, the core, as well as the upper body. This is going to be burning through your shoulders, burning through your triceps. If you can feel it there, you know you're doing it right. Our next exercise, we're coming into switch climbers. So put your hands down, get into a plank position, and then switch your feet. Switch your feet. Jump it back, big switch. Drive that knee forward, bouncing off your toes. Press the palms of the hands down. Get into a rhythm. Let's work it. Jump it forward. You guys are doing fantastic. Excellent work, team. Stay with it. We've got a chance to rest and recover, but we need to earn it. We need to earn it. Let's go. You guys are doing fantastic. So proud of you. Right now, I want you to take your hand, raise it up, bring it back down, give yourself a little pat on the back. Congratulations. We're kicking ass. We've got 2 rounds to go. So you're past the halfway point. The best is yet to come. I need you to dig deep. We're going to crush this. We're going to come down into a plank position in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So from here, plank position, give me a shoulder tap. So just tap the shoulder. We want to try not to roll the hips. We want to keep those hips facing forward. Keep your hips square. So they press forward down into the ground. Eyes down. Nice light fingertip tap. Forcing the palms of your hand into the floor. And 3, 2, 1. Let's do something for the lower back, the hamstrings, the peaches, whatever you want to call them, plums, apples, peach, pears, syringes. Who cares? Let's just focus on that lower back area. Squeeze it. Feel that connection, the contraction from the glute all the way through to the shoulder and across the lower back. Our goal here is to really firm up the back, the glutes, hamstrings, and working through the rear delts. We've got a rocking chair, so we're going to rock slightly up into a V-sit and then back down. We're using momentum, but we're using momentum with control. I want you to focus on movement control. That's in order. It's a movement control order. Focus on the quality of your movement. Come on up, put a smile on that dial. Feel that working through the abs. That's exactly what we want. This time we're coming into a V hold with a clap. So we're keeping the lower legs parallel to the floor, and then we're making a fingertip tap above and below the knees. If you can feel this working through your core, working through your abs, you know you're doing it right. Excellent work, team. And 3, 2, 1, let's do something for the obliques. Love handles. I want you to love your handles, the side of the body. That's where the obliques are. And a really important part of the core. Let's work on those muscles. Extend the arm and leg out as long as you can. Feel the stretch, feel the contraction. Feel the stretch, feel the contraction. Connect the elbow to the knee. You guys are doing awesome. Let's mix it up now. We're lifting the chest up off the floor, working with the back extensions, squeezing the glutes, hamstrings. Let's lift it, get connected. Work hard. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. As you do that, you're focusing on engaging the upper back muscles, the rear delts. Keep those elbows right up off the floor, forearms up off the floor. Squeeze every time you come up. And now we're working the opposite side, side oblique crunch. Making that connection. Again, elbow to knee, elbow to knee. We want to dial in. Feel that contraction working through the side of your body, right down that side area, working into the obliques. Kick it out. Go long with the feet. Extend. So this time we're going to continue to work on that lower back glute area. But this time we're going to bring the feet up off the floor, keeping the legs straight, arms straight, and hands go out into a Superman position. Superman, Wonder Woman, whoever your flying superhero is. Make that connection with your hero. Be a hero today. Be your own hero. Make it super. Let's work. We're coming into a plank push-up. We're going to alternate arms. So sometimes you're going to start coming up on the left side. Then you're going to come up on the right side. Alternate. Let's work it. As you come up, you're working through the forearm. You're working through the triceps. You're working through the shoulders. And of course, all the time, we're drawing the belly button in towards the spine to engage the abs. You guys are doing excellent. Well done. Stay with it. We've got a plank, 3D knee tuck. So jumping out to the side, jumping into the center. Out to the side, into the center. Out to the side, into the center. If you can feel this, burning those arms, lighten it up. You know you're doing it right. We got 10 seconds, and then we've got to rest. So that means 5 more reps. Let's hit it. Let's go. Now check this out. We've got 25 seconds until we get into our last round. Concentrate. Stay with it. You're doing awesome. I want you to congratulate yourself. I'm proud of you. I hope you're proud of yourself. Dig deep. Find whatever you need to find to get you through this next section, this next round. We're into the championship rounds. We're going to start off from the floor with a breakdancer. So come into a plank position. Here we go. From the plank position, we're going to come onto one hand. As we come onto one hand, we're kicking through with a straight leg. This exercise is going to help us build mobility and strength through the shoulder, through the tricep, as well as loosen up those hips. You can feel that working. Get into a rhythm. Pop it out. Big kick, and comes back. It's like a capoeira move. Our next exercise, we've got a V-hold with Scissor Kick. So from here, if you have a dumbbell, grab it. We need one dumbbell, could be a water bottle, could be your hands. You pick the option that feels good for you. Come up into a V-sit, and then we're going to kick those legs. Up and down, up and down. This is going to work through your hip flexors, it's going to work through your lower abs. You guys are doing awesome. Let's keep it tight. Our next exercise, we're going to come up into a Cobra and then roll down, lifting the lower body up off the floor, lifting the thighs up off the floor, squeezing the glutes as we go. We want to keep those glutes and the lower back in full control, full contraction. That is a movement control order. Drive up, press through the palms of your hands. Try and relax the elbows at the bottom. We're coming up into a plank alternating leg lift. We want to kick that heel up, keeping the legs straight. This is going to allow us to activate the glutes, to activate the hamstrings. Let's kick it up and work. Force those elbows into the floor. Keep the back flat. Legs stay straight. Think about keeping that core tight. More glutes, more back, more peaches. That's the way to go. Then from here we've got a double leg lift. So we've done the flutter kick before. Same thing, we're going to rest that forehead on the forearms. And as we do that, we're lifting both the legs up, keeping the legs straight, kicking up from the thighs, from the hip. Squeeze the glutes as you go. Let's work it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This time we're coming up into a tabletop position. Fingers point forward. Palms of your hands underneath the elbows, elbows underneath the shoulders, hips high. Lifting one foot then the other. Let's go. You guys have got it. Excellent work, team. We're coming to a side plank with hip lift. With our side plank and hip lift, we're dropping the hips down to the floor, then we're lifting up. Hips down to the floor, then lifting up. Pop that hip up nice and high. Now your options here, you can do this from the knees. You don't have to stack your feet one on top of the other. You choose the option that feels best for you. But whatever you're doing, lift that hip up nice and high. Lead with the hand. Drive that palm right up towards the ceiling. And now we've got a cross-body toe tap. With the cross-body toe tap, we're reaching opposite hand to toe. This exercise is going to help us work through the upper abs. Reach up as high as you can. Make the connection. Make the touch. Make the touch. Let's go. And 10. That means 5 more reps. 5 more good quality reps. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Our last exercise before the cool down. So right now, let's work as hard as we can. Switch sides on the plank. Hip lift. If you were doing your right side before, now you're on your left side. So let's make sure we keep it high, hip high. Drive that hip up, force the elbow into the floor, force the forearm into the floor. Here we go. We've got a chance to rest and recover, but now we've got to work for it because we've got one last exercise. Give me 2 more reps here. 1, 2. And we've got 6 mountain climbers and a burpee to finish. 6 mountain climbers, burpee to finish. Let's go. Drive those knees in. Let's work it. As fast as you can. We've got 10 seconds to go. So that means 3 more reps. Let's hit 3 more reps. Come on, let's go. 3 more reps. 2 more reps. 2 more good ones. Last one. Make it count. Finish like a champ. Alright, You are done. You are on fire. You've kept it lit. Congratulations. Well done. Super proud of you. Amazing. Amazing. Bravo. I want you to take some time to congratulate yourself. You've done an excellent job. And if you are working out, just remember that when you take time out to work out, you're going to feel better about yourself. And it's going to make you more productive. It's going to make you calm. It's going to make you nicer to be around. You know, so you're doing this not just for yourself, but for others as well. And they will feel the rewards, the benefits, the upside. So really important that we stay connected, that we work, and we work our muscles out. That's the key to keeping a strong, steady, confident mind. We want to build exercise into our routine. We want to make sure that it's a part of our daily healthy habit. And thank you so much for joining us today. We're going to make our way into the next stretch, lunge stretch. So we're working through the hamstrings, just allowing that tension to dissipate, lengthening out the back of the legs, gently lowering the chest down towards the knee. We're going to hold it here, controlling our breathing as we go. Nice and easy. And now we've got the same stretch, but we're going to change legs. So we're going to make a change, shifting to the left leg as we've just stretched the right. All good. Breathe into this stretch, don't fight it. Just take it to that point of tension, that point where you can really feel it stretching through the muscle. Hold it there. It's got a standing quad stretch. So we're coming up, keeping the balanced leg nice and straight. Moving the tip of your shoe or your foot, pulling the heel up towards your butt, pressing the head forward, keeping the upper body straight. Proud through the shoulders, chest up. Change legs. I am just blessed with a fire in my soul. Though at times it might die down. Yahweh and the flame let it grow as we fly away. Think about your breathing. Think about control. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for joining me today. Remember, never, ever lose your fire.